Little, I don't know, 14, 15 foot Coyote hybrid just came in here at HaylettRV. And this is not a handsome animal. I'm not going to call it a handyman special. I don't think she's dead. But I also don't think this is the best camper for someone who's never done this before. For a person who's maybe a little handy, who could do little maintenance upkeeps on their own as they go, I think this would be a fine little rig. For someone who's never done this before, I think you're going to get in over your head very quickly. That being said, this is also not going to be the most expensive RV you could possibly purchase. The Coyote series, though now discontinued, it was, well, I don't know if they ever really used that outside cooktop a whole lot. It was built cheap to be sold cheap, you know. That was just kind of the whole goal of it. It only weighs 2,750 pounds. You know, it's very small, it's very lightweight. Some of the ways that they accomplish that reduced weight are questionable. You know, they don't have quite the on-center rating of like wall studs. Like this is probably at least 24-inch wall studs instead of 16s that I'd prefer. But acceptable for a little thing like this. Maybe not preferential, but acceptable. Again, though, overall, it's okay. Like, I'm seeing areas, this is what I mean by I need someone to buy this who kind of has an idea what they're doing. There's little things like some trim is kind of pulling away, you know? And someone's going to say, like, well, you guys can fix that. Not for these dollars. You know, at a dealership like ours where we have hundreds, I mean 400 to 500 RVs in stock at all times, we do try to have something for every budget. Not everybody needs something that's $10, $12, $20, $50,000. Some people need something that's going to be far under that $8,000 mark. Some people need something as inexpensive as possible. And some people are just not going to use an RV enough to justify big dollars. So they're okay with something like this. But it's my job to tell you what something is and what it's not. You know, I'm not going to sell something under false pretenses. In fact, I'm pretty much spending most of this video identifying the things that I would like to see improved on this camper, or things that are currently not ideal. So, you know, if that's not being fair, I don't know what is. At the very least, if what I'm showing you means that you're not going to buy this camper, I'm okay with that. But what I encourage you to do is give our guys a call or review the other used RVs that we have in stock here at HaylettRV, and at least you can buy with confidence from us. You know that when I show you an RV that I don't mention has problems, that's because it probably doesn't have any, you know. Obviously, I go out of my way to share these things. Although this is probably the nicest part of the whole camper right here. A lot of the decals are starting to peel and fade a little bit, but frankly, I don't really hold that against this camper. That's pretty much to be expected at this point in time. Stepping inside here, that step looks a little wonky, but not terrible. That's just not the end of the world. It smells a little musty in here, but I'm not sure what used hybrid of this age really wouldn't. So I don't know if that's so much, like, I don't think that was really from leaks. And interestingly, although I'm not super thrilled with the exterior appearance of certain things that I've seen, like some of that pulling away trim, I'm not detecting anything like leaks around here. And that's why I'm not calling this a handyman special. It's rough around the edges, but it also ain't dead, you know? It could definitely be worse. So this is also, is this narrow body? I think this is a narrow body camper now that I'm standing in it. It feels only like 7 foot wide. It's probably where some of the weight savings is coming from. Looking up front here, you know, I can see pretty normal use and maintenance signs up here. Like you may have noticed on that side of the bed end, there's a little patch that was on it. But again, remember, man, you're sure not paying NADA's suggested retail dollars for this camper. We've looked at this, we understand the shape and condition it's in, what it is not, and we're asking money accordingly. Now, the most logical question, the first question anybody should ask is, okay, first, does it leak? And like I said, I don't see where it hasn't. I haven't really like put it through a rain test or anything. And secondly, does everything work? And the answer is, I don't know, and I ain't gonna make a promise. You know, as old as this thing is, with as much use as it's seen, which I'm really glad somebody actually got some use out of this and they didn't let it just sit and not use it, but I'm not gonna promise you that, like, if we pull it up to the building, before you take it home, what we will do is we will pull it up to the building, we'll plug in electric and water, we'll turn down the air and the microwave and the stove and all that stuff. And if it works, great. You're welcome to take it home if that meets your standards. But if it works today and it doesn't work tomorrow, this is an as-is purchase. We will make no promises for a camper of this age and upkeep, you know. And I don't think it was necessarily abused. I think it just got used a lot, and things, you know, wear out when you use them. That's the nature of the beast. If you had a 1986 Chevy, it's probably worn out by now, you know. Really good kitchen storage down here instead of an oven. I've never been a big believer of ovens in most towable RVs, but most specifically hybrids. I personally don't see a lot of the point there. Very few people ever use an oven, and even fewer use them in a hybrid. Huge closet here, too. That is nice. Now, this does have a wet bath, which is where the toilet and the shower are kind of one room. And it looks like it might have been used to hold boots. I'm not entirely sure here. But again, looking around, it doesn't look like there's been any leaks or anything like that in here. Like I said, it's rough, but it ain't dead. It's not falling apart. But it's a little bit older, and it's seen some use. And I think that a person who is handy but doesn't, you know, need to camp a lot, I think this could make a great camper for you. If you're looking to retire and travel the United States, I don't feel this is the right RV for you. So if all this isn't fair, I don't know what is. Buy with confidence from HaylettRV. That's the message of the day. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.